This is called the show. If you didn't know, this is called the show.
Hey. I know in a bit.
Guess who's back in the
motherfucking house?
Ooh, Barracuda.
Ooh.
Ladies.
It should be lady, or I should say senorita. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the show. Did you guys like the Tara Buck episode yesterday? I cannot wait until Ray Donovan premieres on August 6th. I'm definitely going to be glued because I need to get my Ray Donovan fix. You're listening to the show. I'm on Dash Radio Discover. Make sure you tweet me. You send me messages on Facebook. And I know you guys are very active on Facebook. You always, as you're listening to the show, you're sending me messages and I'm sending you messages back, responding to whatever I say. So I know you're very active on that. What do I have going on? It's been a minute since I've taken some time to give you some updates on myself. I'm still, as far as I'm still dry. Okay, let me go back and I'm going to correct that because, of course, if someone's listening for the first time, if they hear I'm dry, that could mean a whole different things. And no, it's not what you think. So what I'm referring to is I am still, I don't want to say celibate because, if you guys recall, when I had Sunny on the show last week, she had mentioned to me that there's a difference between, she likes to say abstinent instead of celibate, because celibate, she thinks that that's, when you're using it because you're going on this path of self-cleanse God and whatever you want to say. And I'm honestly have to say that I'm not on that path. I'm not on that path, but I am, I have not had sex in a long time. I can't even tell you guys how long it's been. I want to say a year, but I know that year has come and went, so it's longer than a year. So I can't say a year anymore. I know for the longest time I've been saying it's been a year. It's still nothing on that end, but you know what? It's by choice, though. I know that a lot of you guys say that you're always tweeting me, sending me messages telling me, wait, why aren't you having sex? You could have sex with whoever you want to have sex. Yeah, I know I can have sex, but it's just, when you get older and you mature, it's just not about sex anymore. It's like now I'm into finding a relationship that I could do that with. And yes, I do have needs. And yes, I need to take care of them. And that is when I had a couple of guys that would come in and take care of that. One of them has fallen off the rotation, so I only had one, and that one has fallen off the rotation, and now I don't feel like taking any more applications to add someone to my rotation to fulfill the needs until I find a date or a potential relationship. I'm just in that mode right now. I'm just too busy, and I just don't feel like, going through that whole stuff of, trying to find someone for me to get that stuff done. It's just a lot of work. And, you listened to Marie's episode, and in that episode, we addressed me going on dates, and we also addressed, Marie was going to go ahead and do a profile for me on, I think she suggested Match.com. I'm supposed to go over and we're going to sit down, sip wine, and she's going to go ahead and work on my profile. She's going to put everything that, needs to be there. I haven't done that. Many of you have reached out to me and asked me, have you done it? Are you doing it? I haven't done it. I have to say, I am so guilty of making plans. I should call them ghost plans. When you say you're going to do it and you just haven't done it. I haven't done it yet. I haven't taken the time to, call Marie or text Marie and say, yo, Marie, okay, I'm coming over. I'm ready. Let's do this. And part of that is I don't think I'm ready to take that step yet. I'm ready to I'm ready well, how do I say this? I've already taken the step to become ready for a relationship, but I have not done anything to move forward with it. And maybe that's because I'm not ready yet to take on that responsibility of being on a site or anything, as far as like dating, not necessarily just on a site, but, taking dates, with a gentleman, if I meet somebody through a mutual friend. I'm just not ready to take on that responsibility. There's too many things that I've got going on, with my kids. They're at an age where they're teenagers. I just am not ready. And if I don't want to take something on that I cannot tackle 100%, I don't want to do like half-ass. I want to be able to do it completely. So maybe this is why I'm holding off and I haven't taken the time to call Marie and say, hey, Marie, I'm coming over. Let's do it. But maybe I should, just so I can see how she's going to describe me and the things that she's going to do, and maybe I should just do that just for the heck of it so I can read myself. So I can read and be like, oh, wow, okay, so that's how I am. This is who, because I could never, ever do the profile on myself about me. I just don't know what to say. And I was having a conversation with somebody, one of my friends, and I was telling her that I feel like I always underplay myself and cheat myself of the things that I do or don't do, I never say. And, I don't think it's not a bad thing, but it's just not, I guess it's not good, because then you're not really, only people that know me know how I am. So if somebody that doesn't know me and, they read a profile that I do, they're not going to know exactly the kind of person I am, because I'm not good at, just writing about myself. I don't like to, I don't like to pop my collar. I don't like to, I don't know. I don't brag about myself. Certain things I will, but not everything. You're listening to the show. My name is Elizabeth Meza, and don't forget, you could always tweet me and Facebook me, send me messages. Yes. We cannot forget about this update that I said I was going to talk about today on Tara Buck's show yesterday. So what I was going to tell you guys is, do you remember back, I think it might have been about a year and a half ago, there was a gentleman that, I kept flirting with back and forth. There's chemistry, we were talking. I was kind of taking the steps of like maybe getting together with this person. And the only thing that was holding me back, the reason why I never went forward with it, because I saw him, I dealt with him a lot on certain things, like certain projects. And that's the only reason why I was kind of like taking my time to pursue it. But that was the only reason why. Everything else was perfect. There was chemistry. It was just ridiculous. Like anybody that saw us talking, they could see it. It was so obvious to everyone. Well, cut to a couple days ago, this guy sent me a text message, and, he wanted to know if I was still, doing projects for this one place. And, I, of course, just said, no, I'm not. And the bad thing about when that text message came through is this was, of course, after that time of the month. And when it's that time of the month, as I was telling you on yesterday's show, for whatever reason, for females, and especially, I don't know if it's for every female, but I'm just going to speak for myself. When it's that time of the month, especially when it's over, that week, I'm like a dog in heat, completely dog in heat. I am just kind of like, okay, you know what? If somebody was off limits to me because, I don't know, for whatever reason. If they were off limits because they knew somebody that I was with before, all of a sudden they are looking really good to me. And that off limits is no longer anywhere near me. I don't even think that anymore. So with this guy, so he texted me, and I found myself, in the messages like, yo, like, what's up? I was like, let's go for coffee. And of course I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck coffee, but it's just like, fuck, like, let's just get down. So that is a bad thing for me, because this is the one guy that I said he was off limits, because it turned out this guy knows, this one guy that I had on the side, that I was hooking up with on the side. The guy was not a relationship. He was never going to be a relationship. He was just somebody that, a friend with benefits, somebody that he was just strictly there for certain things, that I needed. And when I found out that they knew each other, that's when I decided to make the guy that there was chemistry with, that I mentioned that he sent a text and wanted to know if I was still doing projects for this one place. He, all of a sudden, he was off limits when I found out they knew each other. And I was like, shit, I can't go there. I don't know if men feel that way. I want you guys to tweet me and let me know, how does a guy feel about this? I mean, I know for a lot of you guys are fucking hoes. You guys don't really care, but I mean, how do you get around it, or how do you feel about that? If there's, for example, if there's a chick that you have chemistry with and you kind of like, and you want to go out with, but a buddy of yours, maybe not a good friend or not your best friend, but just somebody in your circle, say they were hitting it and it wasn't a relationship, it was just, a friend with friends with benefits. How would you still hit it, or would you still go out with the girl? And if you do, like, does anything go through your mind about like she's off limits, I shouldn't, or do you not care? If it's somebody that you really like and you're really feeling, do you not care? Tweet me, Facebook message me, and let me know, how do you men think about this? Like, what goes through your mind? How do you feel about this? Because I know for me, automatically this guy was off limits because of that. I didn't pursue it. I just kind of like let it die, and I just never got back to him ever again when he was actively pursuing me and, really wanted to hang out and go out, on dates. I just decided not to. But, like I was saying, cut to a couple days ago when he was reaching out, he reached out to me during that time. And of course, I'm like a freaking dog in heat. I was like, hey, yo, like, come on, what's up? And then I thought to myself, you know what? I sound so terrible. I sound so bad right now that, I don't want to say desperate, because I'm not desperate, but, I was like very persistent to like, to like have coffee with this guy. But that to me was like, okay, Elizabeth, you know what? You need to like back off, because if this guy, if he says, okay, what day are you free? Then what the fuck are you going to say? Are you going to be like, oh, actually, you know what? I'm not free, which I probably would have done that only because, now I'm coming off the way I was coming off. I think the way I was coming off to him, it's just kind of like, hey, yo, I want to hook up, even though I didn't say that. Me being persistent with like, yeah, let's have coffee. And then he's like, yeah, of course, for sure, let's have coffee. And then after he said that, he's like, yeah, sure, let's have coffee. I, of course, said, yeah, for sure. And that's when I was like, Elizabeth, back up. You need to just wait a minute. Like, compose yourself. Down, girl. Stop it. But, so that was my thing last week. And I had to just kind of end that real quick, because I didn't want to have to... Because if he would have pinned me on a date, then, I would have gone forward with it, and I would have ended my streak of being abstinent. Not that I have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with, ending it. It's just that I haven't, you know what? Actually, he would have been the right guy for me to just end that streak, or just kind of give me like a little, no, that wouldn't have been good, getting a little taste. Because, I'm the kind of person that if I get a taste, and if it tastes good, then it's a wrap. It's like, all of a sudden, I have to have it on so many different levels. So I don't know if that would have been good, if that would have been bad, because I don't know what this person's